A little bit of what we do at Ring Capital, we've given out a sheet, and what we're about is financing growth companies. We are in China like most people because the entrepreneurship has been taken off there, but we're still, of course, very, very interested in entrepreneurship here in the United States. One of the greatest statistics I think I've ever seen between 1995 and 2002, listen to this, 75% of the people in China went to free enterprise companies. I mean, 75% went from here to here. A couple 100 million people made a big transition. It's amazing. What we're looking for is basically four things. First of all, a CEO who is an entrepreneur and has a big stake in the business himself. That is so important. I mean, we're not interested in bureaucratic management. We want people who are owners and at stake. Number two is a clear vision for growth, not something that we can't understand. Number three, and here's where the rubber meets the road, we want you to be profitable now. Now, one of the big fallacies in my life, and when I give a talk like this, I usually always say I got my PhD in finance, it only cost me $43 million. Someone asked me, well, where did you go to school? But the key to the game is to invest in companies that are profitable, and I would urge everybody in this audience, and I would urge this organization, let's finance growth. Let's not finance losses. And so the sooner the companies can get to be profitable, the better. And so in China, the reason these companies have been so successful, they had no venture capital. They had to take a little money. They had to make it work. One very successful company told me he never has built anything that isn't already sold. And I said, wow, can I quote you on that? And lastly, of course, something that is selling number four for a reasonable price. And, this is a very serious checklist. A fellow who was in my office runs a big fund, and he was telling me that he has a checklist too. It's kind of crude, but it is funny. I said, well, what is your checklist? Number one, the investment has to be fun. Number two, it has to be lucrative. And number three, no assholes involved. I told him, well, that third one is the tricky one. But the numbers are very compelling. We did a number of statistics in which we wanted to see if you had a public company in which the president owned over 10%, how would it do against the regular company in which you had professional management? I'm not against professional management. I'm just saying, what would be the difference? Over the past 5 years, the Russell 2000 has been the best average. It's up 18%. You would have been up in a cross-section of these companies up 332%. So where would you rather be? Up 18 or 300%? So that's why we're emphasizing this whole thing about management. And so, we're looking here at the U.S. We're also looking at China. And just a couple of last thoughts here for this organization. Again, finance growth, finance profitable companies, make that a tenet of this organization. I think we need to find new ways of reaching investors, and I don't have all the answers here. Maybe it's the internet, maybe it's something else, I don't know. But we need to have new distribution. The old way of doing things with individual investors seems to be in big trouble. So how can we take the ideas we have and market them? And I think we need to think about that. And just to conclude, again, America needs you. Keep it up.